Conformity Antidote. Run, little snowflakes. Run. Here they come, the leaders of the new church, Reverend Cuz and Deacon Tex.
Hello, viewers. Good evening, viewers. That's a little quick. I know. I wasn't expecting it that quick.
Yes, I know. It just popped up on us like real quick.
It scared me.
I know. I could tell.
It scared me. Oh. Anyway, well,
welcome aboard.
Welcome back to Conformity Antidote on on our last Saturday broadcast.
Yes, until the fall. So we will go into our summer.
We'll go to our spring schedule.
Yes.
Which means we will be we will switch to Sundays at, did we say 8?
We haven't decided. I think
7 or 8.
7 or 8. We'll see which way the wind blows.
Right. All right.
So,
well, thanks for joining us once again, and we appreciate you guys being with us.
That's a very good question. Well, first off, we'd like to give a shout out to Miss Burgundy, who is watching us. Hello. And you know what? I'd wondered that myself. Why aren't people watching us?
Why aren't people watching? So here's the thing. On YouTube, we have almost
Zippy.
No viewers at all.
Yes.
But on Facebook, which is weird, just this past week, we were at 43,000.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. It's insane. And it was. So we had 43,000. Yes, 43,000.
Yes,
4,300. We had 43,000 views on Facebook. So, and I know with Facebook we go out worldwide. Well, I know we do on YouTube as well, but
nobody watches on YouTube.
But Facebook, for some reason, we get a lot of people from the Philippines,
Fiji,
and
stuff
Samoa,
like that. Samoa, which
Indonesia. It's crazy, but yeah, but I don't know. YouTube.
I know.
Nobody watches us. I don't know what it is.
We'll have to. One of these days, we'll figure that out.
One of these days.
I don't know. It's very strange.
Right.
I don't
get it.
I don't get it.
So we'll have some. We said. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. And to answer your question, I saw previously. Answer your question, Miss Burgundy. What? We are looking at March 1st or that Sunday thereof for the first call-in show.
Yes.
So just stay tuned, but it will be the first Sunday in March, basically.
Which I actually think
it is March 1st. I think we looked already. Yes.
Yeah. So that will be our call-in show.
Yes.
It's March 1st. So we're gonna gear that up, and for some reason it also seems that
Miss Vivian's on. Hello, Miss Vivian.
And it also seems like when we do our show on Sundays, it seems we get a lot more viewers or a lot more people live on Sundays than we do on Saturdays.
Yeah. So anyway,
I guess people are doing something on Saturday.
I know. I don't know why.
I don't know what's better than watching this show.
Well, we even said it. I even said it last week. It's like, okay, so if you're going to the bar or if you're going to a wild party, you can still stream us live.
Yes.
Everybody's got their phone with them. Pull us up on your smartphone, and you can still, you got your Apple EarPods in or whatever. You can listen to us while you're at the bar.
If you have Apple TV. Just project it onto the main screen. Let everybody hear.
Yep.
Let everybody see. Because I guarantee it's better than the conversations that are going on in these damn parties.
You got that right. Mm-hmm. You said it. Reverend.
Yes. All right. So, that being said, let's get into it. We'll have some announcements, which we'll put in the back.
In the back. In the rear with the gear.
That's right. in a hose in the pier.
Oh, woohoo!
Let's get to the news.
Oh, shocky.
Oh, you fat bastard round eye.
Yes, we Reverend Cuz and I ate at Flaming Grill Chinese restaurant, which lists online as Mexican. I don't understand.
They have human traffickers. We never have the same waitress twice.
Yes, exactly. And I have one coming over tomorrow to clean my car. Hey, I wonder if it's wrong. I know. We were talking about that earlier. I wonder if it's wrong if it's like I'm not having sex with them. I'm just having to do a little light cleaning. That is terrible.
That's wrong.
It is very
You are
wrong.
wrong.
I know.
All right.
Very wrong. So anyway.
Kick it back in. Going in, we got to go a little somber.
Yep.
And we have a little rest in peace, Koby Bryant. I don't want now. Look, I have sympathy for the fact that he's gone, and say prayers for his family and friends and everything else. I don't watch basketball, so I'm not really attached to this. But again, I understand he has an influence, and especially his 13-year-old daughter was on that flight or on the helicopter when it crashed. So that is jack. And then there's a bunch of other people. There was a whole family on there?
Yeah, there was, not necessarily, not quite the whole family, but his there was a coach for a baseball team, his wife and their daughter, which was friends with Kobe's daughter, who played on the same basketball team.
That's right.
Now there was two other of their children who did not go on the heli, were not with them. So, but then it was terrible all the way around. I mean, he was like the third up until the irony of it was for me was okay. So he's like the third in scoring leader in all of the NBA. And last Saturday, LeBron James passed him. They had this big thing where they twittered back and forth to each other, and he said congratulations. Well, then the very next day he dies in a helicopter crash. So it was just very bizarre. And the a lot of people are like, well, why are they mentioning Kobe or whatever? Well, he's a celebrity. They do it every time a movie star, somebody, it could be like a movie star plus one, or something like that. But the NBA, I watched an NBA game the other day, and the players had all the families that were on the helicopter. The one guy had all their names on his shoes, every single one, all 9 people that were on the shoes or whatever. So they're remembering all the 9 people that were on the helicopter. It was just a tragedy all the way around, and our prayers are with all the families.
Yes.
So,
all right, that's good.
Yeah, we need people.
I mean, again, I'm not trying to be rude about it, but the thing is, I don't watch basketball, so I'm not attached to it.
Yeah.
But I can feel as a parent because obviously the mother, his wife, or I don't know if it's his ex-wife. With that daughter.
No, he was. That's their daughter. Yes.
So the fact that your husband's gone and your daughter's dead. I mean, that's crazy.
So anyway,
all right, let's move on.
Yes, move on.
Let's move on.
What we got next?
What we got next? Oh, look at it. Oh,
it's Congress.
Oh. Because
it's a little boo and yay.
It's a boo because it's Congress. It's a yay because they voted down no witnesses. Democrats. Craps. Okay, so a lot of people are pissed off. I don't really give a crap because here's the thing, and I tell you what, a lot of people don't like. I mean, Congress is kind of slimy this and other. Like one of the ones I like is Lindsey Graham. And sometimes I disagree with him on some stuff. But Lindsey Graham was like, look, he said, we shouldn't have witnesses because we shouldn't even have this in the Senate because it's a big sham and a bunch of crap. So he said, I'm voting against it because we shouldn't even witness. We shouldn't even have a trial because there shouldn't even be an impeachment. So I think it's Wednesday they're supposed to vote.
Right.
And it probably looks like they're going to acquit him.
Yeah,
which will be a big shot in the nuts for the Democrats.
Yeah, Monday and Tuesday. They're doing their they're closing basically their last little, each side gets their chances to their closing arguments, I guess you might say.
Again, you guys are just
But don't worry. They've already been I watched it on this morning. There's more in the works. I'm telling you right now, they're not going to let this rest. They're doing everything they can to try and disrupt the election.
Well,
they've already got 2 other articles that they're going to go after them, and then supposedly they're going to bring in Bolton this time, and all the other stuff. They're supposedly.
Bring it on. Nobody, because you know what, you're going to be doing it. You're going to be doing this for the next 4 years and 8 months. Because he's going to win again,
and that's probably what they said they're going to do.
And you guys, and you Democrats, screwed yourself. It's so stupid. You guys are you can't even see your nose despite your face. All right, so Nancy Pelosi held it for 33 days. She held it back before she even put the articles of impeachment over to the Senate. And oh, by the way, the time when this comes up, 4 or 5 of them needed to be in Iowa for the caucus. So they can they call it campaign and everything.
Right.
That didn't happen. But we did have Sleepy Joe Biden was there, which is who is the one that Nancy wants in there. So whatever.
Yeah, because they're doing everything they can to stave off Bernie.
Yeah, they're screwing Bernie.
The Bernie train
again.
Yeah, the DNC. Stay tuned for that. But
what they do? They changed the requirements.
The requirements for the next debate. So Michael Bloomberg is now going to be in the next debate, which shouldn't be happening. Which Reverend Cousin and I talked about earlier. Now I'm sure Cory Booker and Kristen Gillibrand and stuff, who's dropped out, they're going to be like, wait a minute, whoa.
And Kamala Harris.
And Kamala. It's like, what's going on here? And it's like, well, we got to do something to stop the Bernie train.
So then you watch. Then when this happens, if they actually do this for the next debate, you watch. They'll come out with all kind of people saying how they're racist because they now changed it to let another old white man in there.
Billionaire white man.
Who, and then they got rid of where so Cory and Kamala and whoever else of color it wouldn't be in there. And what's his name?
Yeah, the only one that's left.
What's his name? Castro guy.
Yeah, well, the only one that's in there that's of the minority is Yang, and he's still hanging in there.
Or no, there is one more.
Who?
There's Elizabeth Warren.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, Mrs. Cherokee.
Anyway,
but the only thing, like I said, I'm not going to comment too much on the politics. I'll leave that to Reverend Cuz. But the one thing that I would say is that the Democrat, there again, it was so rushed. And they're trying to put the blame on the Republicans. And if even I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, if you read the articles, if you read the law, it's Congress's job to try the president. It's Congress's job to call the witnesses for whatever to prove the case. It is only the Senate's job to basically make the determination of, the final determination after they received all the facts. It's not.
It's the House's. It's the House's
right.
to actually prosecute or to actually bring the case.
Yes. So it's not the Senate's job. Is
create
not
the case.
The Senate's job is not to recall to have any more witnesses. No, their job is to basically do the paperwork. They look at the paperwork that's from Congress, and then they're like, okay, give them a chance to argue it, and then they vote. That's it. There's not. There's.
I mean, they actually kind of hold a trial. It's not like a full trial,
but it's not like a court. It's not like a criminal court trial, though. It's
correct.
not. Everybody seems to think this is like Law and Order or something like that. It's like no, it's not. And so,
and it's like they said. So the Senate was saying, and like Lindsey Graham kept saying, I like Lindsey Graham sometimes. He'll like kick you right in the nuts. And Lindsey Graham's like, look. You guys had all this time. You could have done this to subpoena witnesses, this and the other, and then then the Senate was talking about, we're going to work with the Trump team to whatever to see what kind of trial they want or whatever. Senate. They're like, oh, look at that. Well, freaking Chuck Schumer did it with Clinton. They got him on 50,000 films or news we call them interviews. Where he's on the freaking Senate floor talking about they're going to go lockstep with Clinton's counsel, but now he's all of a sudden he's like, oh,
well, it just depends on who's
all of you.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi, go F yourself. Freaking Chuck Schumer, go F yourself. Adam Schiff. Let me tell you something. This shifty ass lying sack of trash. The fact that he is even bringing this case is a joke because he's a lying sack of shit. They've caught him in a lie I don't know how many times. Even when he, and all of a sudden now they're doing the Intel. The Intel committee was now conducting the House side of the discovery piece when it's supposed to be
the judicial.
But they didn't think Nadler had the nads to bring to really see it through. So you guys are so just screw yourself. Just screw and you know what? I'll take that back. You already screwed yourself because you're done.
Would you hear?
Watch, and everybody's gonna be pissed off when you get some of these jackasses, some of these congressmen and stuff, and some of these Senate people that were squawking, and they go for re-election. You watch. It's gonna be a day of reckoning.
Well, it's did you hear who's running against who's openly come out against Schiff, who's possibly going to run against him?
Who?
Dr. You know Dr. Drew, right? Dr. Drew
Drew's
Pensky.
Gonna go get him?
He was on TV. I can't remember what show it was, and he was on, and he's just ticked because he's like, Adam Schiff, I guess where his district is, his congressional district in California is where they're having some of the worst homeless issues. Mm-hmm. And he is Dr. Drew's like, he's so consumed with his hatred for Trump and he's so consumed with this stuff that he's completely ignoring what's going on in California. So Dr. Drew's like, you know what? I'm thinking about running against you, and I'm going to use that platform that you're ignoring California just so you can because you hate Trump so much, and it's not going anywhere. You're not building any traction on this thing, and it's like, you're trying to make this, you're trying to appeal to this crazy socialist. The socialist liberals out there
who's not even the majority of the Democratic Party.
Exactly, and you're chasing away your moderates. You're going to end up running your moderate Democrats back. It's like they said the last election 2016. They said more moderate Democrats after turned away from Hillary, that voted for Obama actually cast their votes for Trump because they were like, you know what, it's
because she was establishment.
Yeah. And this whole thing, we could do John Bolton a lot because what's funny is what I find ironic about John Bolton. I've always thought he was an asshole, but some people
he's a serious asshole.
But
he's an egomaniac.
But see, a lot of people on the conservative side loved him in the past. Well, John Bolton is the conservative.
Yeah, but John Bolton is the establishment,
right?
The establishment Republican.
And he wants to start a war with every freaking country possible. He wants to keep troops in Iraq. He wants to keep troops in Syria, wants to keep troops in Afghanistan. He wants to start a war with Iran. So now all of a sudden, he's become the darling of the Democrats because supposedly he heard the conversation, which he didn't actually hear the conversation.
Yeah, he was second or third hand.
So anyway, but
I thought you were commenting on public.
Well, John Bolton's just
so you can't help it, can you?
Well, especially with him,
it's so stupid.
But
see, here's the thing: you talk about Schiff and the freaking homeless. Look at Schiff. Look at Nancy Pelosi. She's got her district is San Francisco.
That's been going down.
They got. We're going to talk about them in a little bit. San Francisco. I mean, like we said, they got shit literally all over the street.
Shit in the city,
and she's not doing anything about it.
Yes.
Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
All right. Now, let's move on. And I don't have a picture for this, but I'm going to get on one of my rants.
Uh-oh.
All right. And
this is all Reverend Cuz. Take it away.
All right. So tomorrow is the Super Bowl. All right. And I love football, hate Goodell. Goodell's a little liberal piece of shit. Can't stand him. But here's the deal. I'm trying to bring it down a little bit. I know. So let's talk just briefly about this effing friggin' fuck shitting this fucking halftime show. Friggin' halftime show. J-Lo and Shakira. Okay? Now, I've heard the argument about, it's out of Miami, so we have to have this Hispanic influence. What the bullshit? All right? Can we have some people that are relevant at some point or something? It's stupid. All right? And it's like I even said, like, I'm not a huge fan, but like, say Post Malone, let's say. Dude's all over the place. He's everywhere. I would even say, okay, have him in there because Post Malone is he's relevant, you know? Freaking J-Lo, what's the last, you know, and Shakira, where, what? And none of them are going to be singing. They're just going to be gyrating their hips. They're going to have a bunch of hoes jumping around in the back. Nobody's going to be singing. It's all going to be lip sung. And here's the thing. Everybody wants to talk about, how this is a sexist stuff, but you're going to have them half dressed, and everything is freaking based on sex. It's freaking annoying as shit. Is everybody focused that they have no ability to make a decision based on facts or anything else, rather than everybody's influenced by freaking sexual bullshit? It's bullshit. All right? I'd even rather them go ahead and legalize prostitution so we can get some of this shit out of the way. It's getting on my damn nerves. Because everybody's such a freaking weak-ass-minded piece of shit around this damn world. Right here. And it's annoying the shit out of me because nobody has any freaking fortitude. Nobody has any willpower. Every freaking show, I swear, is out there. They can't have a guy and a girl partner or somebody that works together without sleeping together on every fucking show out there. It's getting on my damn nerves. I fucking head up to here. Shit. Now we got these two skunk whole bags just jumping around and everything. We got these two skanks gyrating around and everything who haven't had any freaking music or anything else, and they're going to be out there, and they're not going to be singing anyway. They're going to be lip syncing and stuff. So it's just like when they took old Hank Williams Jr. off and put freaking Faith Hill on to sing the song, and she's all countryfied. At least Hank had a little bit of put some stank on it. I'm tired of this shit. Thank you. They've ruined freaking everything around football. Damn it. It's pissing me off. I mean, it's going to get to the point where I'm not going to be watch football anymore. It's going to get to that point. I'm guaranteed. You give a couple more years with Goodell in there, and you'll see. Oh, I forgot. And we also have Jay-Z, Jay-Z's going to break the culture and everything to the entertainment that has to do with the NFL. Jay-Z's a piece of shit. Freaking jackass-looking piece of shit mother. Anyway. All right. I think I'm off my soapbox now. I don't think you can play that after my rant.
That's just an indication that
I had some F-bombs going.
That's just an indication that the news segment of our show is now over.
Oh my God, I've had it up to here with this shit. I swear. It's just All right, one more thing about that. They keep, and I understand about it's a business industry. I get it, but they're trying to we call it placate or whatever to people who don't even watch football. That's what I don't get. I understand. Okay, yeah, we're going to try to broaden our audience by trying to bring some of the younger people and whatever, and maybe the females, whatever. But they don't even watch football, so you bring these stupid ass skanks for halftime during a thing during the freaking a sport event, but that they don't even watch. Oh. All right, moving on.
Now we have officially ended the news.
All right.
He had to get that off his chest, so.
I did. And I'm going to tell you right now, when actually the Super Bowl comes on, the halftime show comes on, I'll probably but I'll still bitch about it.
But that'll be more interesting because your wife will be up there to kind of like kind of counteract you on that. Then I'll have me laughing. So
yeah, I'll be getting in trouble.
Yeah,
because I'll be like, look
it'll
at
be
these
fun.
skank hoes. She'll be like, okay, I can't see my name. So use my first and middle name, and then I'll get in trouble. All right, let's move on.
Anyway, ooh. What is that?
Yes, this is a grown-ass man wearing a onesie. This is now supposedly a new trend where they're putting men in onesies. Okay.
Oh, how much? Oh, is it on sale?
It is.
It's $14.
$14.
Oh my!
Oh, I'm gonna get a couple of those.
I can see.
It is a onesie. Okay.
I can see shoving this body in a onesie. I have enough time shoving it in a twosie or a threesie.
You know what? I can't snap this. It won't snap. Or like,
you like.
You be down the town or something, and then like, woo! You're like, bam! Oh,
or like
my snaps came undone. It comes up.
Or you're walking down and shit's just like hanging out. Looks like cottage cheese or hair hanging out.
Why would hair be hanging out?
Right there. There.
Well, no, I wasn't saying you're gonna be wearing that by itself.
Oh, well, hey, I'm telling you, watch. You're gonna see it. This is gonna be the new thing.
Maybe RuPaul might be wearing it.
Hey, sachet, Shantae.
Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this lower area. Let me tell you something. That right there, I could tell you would be uncomfortable. Because if it's going all the way up around my shoulders, and when I move, and my shoulders are squeezing the twig and berries.
That's like giving yourself a constant wedgie. It's like every time you walk, you're giving yourself a wedgie. Ow, ow, ow.
No, okay, no.
That'd be like having flashback to middle school.
Next thing you know, that got onesies going back, they're gonna have men, breastfeeding again.
Some men, they're mine. No.
Yeah, no.
I was gonna say some men have breasts big enough.
Okay. Maybe I can understand. Okay, not with this one.
No.
I can maybe understand if it was like just white, and you're looking for the fact that your T-shirt doesn't come untucked.
Right.
Okay. Maybe. It's a stretch.
Yes, that's a big time stretch.
All right. Seriously. So here we go. Let's do a little description. The unique fashion item, and traditionally worn by toddlers, is being sold by multiple vendors on the site, which features male models rocking the crotch-hugging onesies. Thank you. One such item was shared by Instagram and was met by hilarious commentary. I don't know what's so funny about it.
I don't know
I think
either.
it's the new fashion. Thank you.
Do you know how long I sat there and I drew this, and I just think it's just fabulous. It's going to be all the rage in Paris, in Milan.
I could say putting a skirt over top of it.
Yes.
And that way they won't see your little hoo-hoo. I'm a match with the baby. What is Graham Wild? Another one wrote. Who asked for this? One of the onesies sold by Seller Boutique Market is described as a pressed crotch baseball themed bodysuit romper pajamas. Let me say that again.
Please do.
It's the pressed crotch baseball themed bodysuit romper pajamas. And the model wearing the onesie does so confidently as any man would.
as this young man right here demonstrates.
Okay, first of all, let me explain something to you. That's not a man. If he's not feeling, if he's not feeling any type of tug, in downtown
Well, he looks
downtown Detroit there.
Well, he doesn't look very happy.
No, he's not.
So and not only that, but I'm telling you right now, if I can see it, it's like I can see somebody's like, I need you to model this for me, and on the runway. Are you got to be kidding me? I know you. I'm not wearing that down the runway at all. How about if I pay you? Ooh, I'll put on whatever you want me to put on.
So no, you see, you're beautiful, but I tell you, you wear this, you're the next best thing. I tell you, this is going to be bigger than MC Hammer Pants.
Oh, hammer time, break down. And who didn't have one of those back in the early '90s?
I didn't.
Neither did I. They didn't make them in my size.
No. Well, that's the point. One size fits all. Do you see all the crotch hanging out? But I tell you, you wear this, yes, you'll be beautiful. All the ladies, and let me tell you something.
Yes,
wear this, the ladies have no problem getting it. It's a little click, and then whoop, you're in the bedroom. Mm-hmm. And you got, and especially down there, we go down to Super Bowl, and you can do a little. Okay, that is enough.
To Shakira.
That is enough.
Bitch.
That is enough. Now you go. Shoo. All right. Yes. So, confidence any man would. No man in his right mind be wearing that shit. Seriously. So one woman wrote, imagine your man coming home from work and takes off his work pants and you see this foolishness.
I'd be like, what the hell is that?
What
is that?
What the hell is that? Snug as a bug in a rug. It's snug because I'm telling you.
By the way, honey, I can't have any more kids because this thing has strangled my. Has strangled my nut. Maybe that's what it.
You know what, millennials, go ahead and buy it and wear it.
Please,
we don't need no more of your kind.
Please do. Anymore. Well, that's all right. By the time I give it about another 50 years, hopefully this planet's gonna combust. Eventually God's just gonna be like, you know what, I'm done. I've had you all. That's it. I'm done.
Yes,
but we'll be gone.
We'll be gone.
We'll be already there. We'll actually be egging them on. Go. I need to start over
because I'm telling you this thing right now. Because back in the day, in the military, when I was in air assault school and stuff, and we had to like make our own Swiss seat out of rope, and you get that thing come up here, and then you
oh my gosh, don't.
And then you got to pull it, whoop, and that whoop, and let me tell you something. That was pinching off the McNuggets, and let me tell you,
pinching on the McNuggets. That was my McRib.
You always got to protect the McNuggets.
We don't have it listed here, but was it a man or a woman that designed this? I would venture to say it's probably a woman.
Yeah, because she would not know what nuts feel like when you squish them that much.
Yeah, there would have to be a little bit more.
You should have a pouch.
Room, yes. And can you imagine? Okay, look at this right here. Can you imagine if you had to go to the bathroom bad enough? If you had an emergency and you're like, where the hell is the button on this thing? Oh, too late.
All you had to do is go snap.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll have to snaps in the crotch.
Well, I guarantee all you do is probably squat a little bit, and those snaps probably go.
He could have the snaps up there in the shoulder pad or the shoulders. I've seen some of those onesies that have the snaps up the shoulders.
Let me tell you something. What you're not understanding is if it's a woman, I'm assuming it's a woman that designed these. Okay, and you can say, well, babies wear them. Okay, babies are bow-legged as shit.
Right.
Their legs are already far apart already.
Right.
They're like bow-legged. You get a regular ass man who's got, that's going to be squeezing and and then it gets all musty in there.
Yes.
Oh, you could like undo the snaps and let it air out a little bit. Like if you
Oh my gosh. Yes. What?
I know a guy who only has one ball and his last name is Massengill.
That's messed up.
That is messed up.
The only thing
But
that's
you know what?
missing from this outfit is and we laugh, but I know a lot of men that have to wear suits and dress socks a lot will wear them. Is the garters? it's the sock garters. Guys, see them? What is going on? What is? I just don't.
We've got
this generation.
Society,
I know.
The only thing it's missing is a tutu.
And that's common. I just don't. To each his own. Whatever. But I tell you what. This is the thing. We've said this before. We'll say it again ad nauseum. It's a free world, a free country. You are free to do whatever the heck you want to do.
You are.
You can wear something like this. But I'm going to tell you right now. If you do, there's going to be a gang out there like us. Hello. That are going to make fun of you because we think it looks silly.
Now you think about it though. If I wore like some shorts, just some like gym shorts, I can just like reach up the leg and like pop.
Yep, pop it up,
and let air out a little bit.
Yep, there you go.
Anyway, all right, enough of that.
Oh boy,
get off.
Yes,
loser.
And that's probably going to be that'll be the hot trend. Watch it for at Christmas. All the kids will be asking for their onesie.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that's all right. I was in class. These kids. I was in my college class this last week, and it was on Tuesday. And this kid comes rolling in with pajama pants on and his slippers, and I mean like house slippers, and like this old hoodie. And he comes in for class dressed like that, and I'm like,
but he probably thinks he's cool.
Yeah, it's like, what? Are you kidding me? I mean,
they don't care.
No, they don't. They don't care. And there again, you're free to wear whatever you want to, but I'm just gonna let you know.
But back
you open yourself up.
Back in the day, that would have been an ass whooping.
Yes. Or you would have been. You would have been sent home. They would have been like, you know what?
That's inappropriate.
You can't wear that.
See,
here to class.
We need to go back old school. We need to go back to the day of ass whoopings. We shall police each other up. Yes. Anyway. All right. Now. You know what? Who's cool? This guy. Well, no, he's not.
What is it, the Fonz? Hey.
He got fired.
He got fired.
He got fired.
We don't have that sound effect.
And we would never would. But guess where we are? We are in San Francisco.
Frisco. That's all I'm going to do.
It's very disturbing when you do
I know.
that. Really disturbing. It really creeps me out. Anyway. All right. So who is this? This is Mohammed Nuru, who is the head of San Francisco Public Works. And guess what his job is, or is supposed to be?
To clean up the streets.
Clean up the streets.
For Pete's sake.
Clean up the actual outdoor bathrooms that we call the streets of San Francisco. And so he's in charge of cleaning the city's feces-filled streets. And let me just say this: I know we joke about this and this and that. But I'm telling you, people, people don't really realize just how bad it is over there. All right, because they had Senator Cruz was talking about it, because he was talking about the same thing with Schiff and Pelosi and all these people who were up at remember last week we showed you Pelosi up there with the fat cats at the ballet.
Right.
Had her champagne, and they were just laughing it up about whatever.
Oh, we're here to impeach Trump. You little people up there. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, this life is lovely. Oh, the little people of the world. The little people of Stonehenge.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? So anyway, so there's actually, I'm telling you, there's shit all over the streets, everywhere, even in the tourist spots. They're taking over, right? So this jackass, he was arrested by the FBI on suspicion of public corruption. No,
how about that?
Say it's not so. It is. So San Francisco Public Works Director Mohammed Nuru was arrested Monday alongside Nick Bovis Beavis and Butthead, that Nuru was arrested on suspension of accepting bribes for airport concession contracts.
Excuse me?
Thank you. Now, you think, okay, instead of like taking some take some bribes. All right, if you're going to take a bribe of some company that's going to go in and clean up the streets. All right, at least it might be a little couple dollars in your pocket, but at least the streets get clean.
Yeah.
Jackass. Both Nuru and Bovis were released on bond for arrest. The top official in charge of the $312 million city public works budget since 2012. So he's been the director since 2012, which I would say has been probably the most
Yes.
what do you call it?
Tenured.
What
are you looking
what I'm
for?
thinking of. So I would say the most of the crap on the streets and the homeless
It's during his regime.
is during his tenure. Yes. So this guy
Hey.
is going to jail. But again, this is these pieces of shit. All right.
Oh.
Get it? I said piece
Of shit.
But he's supposed to be cleaning up the streets. He's not doing squat. Okay? So these fat cats are sitting there doing it while the city's like going to crap. It's like, I don't understand what you guys don't understand, what these jackasses don't understand. If the city doesn't get cleaned, you don't have tourism. Matter of fact, not even tourism. You're going to have businesses that are leaving. And guess what? You don't have a job anymore, jackass. I don't understand what do they expect it's just going to...
Well, they're again, you have guys like this.
Yes.
And other government officials are doing that through crooked contracts, and they're the money that's coming into the government. They could give a rat's ass. See, that's the problem. You have these mayors and these city council members. They could give a flying rat's ass if people leave the city or whatever. You know why? Because they're still getting that money, that stipend from either the federal government or the taxes that are coming in, and that's what they're taking that money. And that's their payroll. So they're like, I don't care. I'm getting paid anyway. So go ahead, businesses, leave. I'm getting my money. So I could care less. I could care less.
That's all going to go for so long because so many people, so many of these businesses that were headquartered in like San Francisco area, they've left.
Right.
And then they would bring in revenue because they would have like conventions and stuff in San Francisco.
Yeah,
people aren't doing that anymore.
You would think that would make the best sense because that would increase their tax revenue from the businesses being there, from the conventions and stuff like that. But obviously they don't care. Well, you've got the crooked behind the scenes bullshit going on, the fraud that's going on, and this is just an example. San Francisco, we just say it's funny because this guy's supposed to be cleaning poop. He's not doing a very good job.
You know who's full of shit? This guy
right here. Hey.
But it's like, but that's okay because you know what? They're still going to get, they're going to get their money because guess what? When all that money leaves, then they just raise the taxes.
Right,
California,
exactly.
like in the San Francisco area, they're already at like 13%.
Right. And you know that in the thing, and it's not just here locally, for example, in Baltimore, I've actually read in the paper the past, I know, exactly. I've actually read in the paper the past couple weeks about government officials in Baltimore that have been sent to prison for the fraud and shit that they've been doing. I know. I find that hard to believe. You had the DC How about the DC councilman who just got one of the only white guys on the DC council. And he gets caught for fraud.
Crooked bastard.
So they boot him off. And now the clown is running for re-election. And then they're the council's like, wait a minute. But then again,
if Marion Barry could do it,
that's his excuse. He's like, Marion Barry, good old Marion Barry can do it. So can I. And you know what? He'll probably get reelected. Welcome to the wonderful
world of
stupid politics. Oh my gosh, it's just on and on. But
Nuru was tasked with cleaning up San Francisco streets, which critics note remain cluttered with feces, trash, and used needles amid a homelessness crisis. All during, I won't say all the homelessness, but huge increases in all of that during his tenure.
Yes. And one thing I gotta say too is a lot of people are like, oh, there's these people. I was watching the show. I'm not gonna mention the show's name because we don't do that here. Occasionally we do, but for the most part we don't.
If we really hate them.
But it was this one show it was showing like all the trash and stuff like that, and then this other, it's like, oh, that's because they're it was a conservative network that was showing this. I want to tell you right now, go look it up on YouTube. Go on YouTube, Go to anything, and I don't care. And there's been actually on YouTube some liberals, some Democrats are like, look at the hell what's going on here, and they're actually photographing the crap and stuff on the streets. So they're fed up. They're getting fed up too. Politics.
They're part of the problem.
Politics has nothing to do with homeless people pooping and peeing in the street.
I think it does. Well. Yeah, indirectly because they keep voting these jackasses in there.
Well, that's true too.
Democrat-run cities. Look what happens with them.
Yeah,
keep it up, stupid. Anyway,
good thing we have the good old state of Maryland.
Yeah, well, at least we ain't got poop in the street.
No, we don't.
We don't have. I tell you what,
we got a decent governor too. For crying out loud.
We don't have the best state in the world, but I tell you what, we ain't got crap in the street.
Well, except in Baltimore,
except for Prince George's County.
Yeah, we don't count D.C. That's their own special. That's their own entity. They want to be the 51st state. More power to you.
Yeah, more power to you. Yeah,
God bless you.
Let's see you generate your own revenue.
Yeah,
because I guarantee. See, here's the thing. I'm glad you mentioned that real quick. Let me 2 seconds because I hate D.C. because I work there. But let me tell you something. If D.C. ever manages to become their own state, right? They're going to have to generate their own revenue. They're not going to receive all of that
money from the federal
government. Now, here's what's going to happen. Then what they're going to do is they're going to tax the shit out of the government to have their buildings there. And then guess what's going to happen right after that when that happens?
Well,
government's going to be like, "Look, I don't have to be in front of your I don't have to have you in front of my face. I got we call it video teleconferencing, which we use all the time, and this, and all this stuff. We have email. This stuff. They're gonna we don't need to be on top of each other. So guess what? We're gonna move outside. We're gonna move outside of the city, probably except for the capital.
Well, now then what I was gonna say about that? Then they're all they have to do is put a bill in to exempt themselves. What the Fed does trumps the state. So
they could do that too, but they're already because believe me, I've been working in these buildings for forever. They've been bitching for I don't know for decades about the infrastructure in D.C. The infrastructure sucks.
Yeah, it's falling apart.
I'm talking about water, electricity, and all this other stuff. So then they might be exempt for that, but then they'll just jack all the utilities up.
Yeah.
And then they'll say, you know what? Okay, fine. We're going to move out to Northern Virginia or somewhere else. So, bye. Then any resemblance of revenue that they probably could have gotten is gone.
Right.
Now they might be able to get some little tourism and stuff because people are going to see the museums and whatnot. But
yeah, you're going to have that one. You're going to have that one. What I call rectangle in DC.
That's it.
You're going to have from the Capitol building to the mall, and the areas right on the outside. You have the monument. Then you have all the museums, and that's it. No, but they're not going to go anywhere else. Nowhere else.
And what's going to happen to your little city when you're not generating revenue, which means you can't pay for all your public works, like clean the city up, this and the other. Then you're going to return to San Francisco, and everybody's going to bail.
Yep. Well, that's one of the reasons why even though he's a complete and utter jackass, the owner of the Redskins moved the Redskins out of D.C. because of the taxes. He's like, no. He's like, I'm going out to PG County.
Yeah, but now they're offering to pay all this freaking money to bring him back in.
Yeah, they're trying to lure him back in. I don't think it's going to work.
So we're going to drop all this money. It's like, well, you ain't got all that damn money.
No, they ain't got it.
Your city,
Anyway.
Because as Deacon Tex feels about Baltimore, I feel about D.C.
Yes.
Because D.C.'s a crap hole.
And as Burgundy feels about Seattle. So we all have all the big cities, We
all have our albatross.
Yeah, it would probably be one thing if I was born, if I grew up. Let's say let's just pick New York City. If my parents were born, if I was born in New York City and I grew up in New York City or whatever, I might feel a little bit differently about city life. But I'm out here in the suburbs, and it's
you can take that country.
Yeah, you can take the city.
You can take that city crap and shove it up.
I know, living on top of each other and all that, all those people and all that stuff going on. No, I like land.
More
I like
power.
trees. I love the trees.
You know what I like to do in the trees?
I like the trees about trees.
All right, let's move on. And our last little segment, last but not least,
Yes, here we go.
is
Wrong one.
you got one job. You got one job.
There we go.
Bathroom graffiti. You know, we've gone from one toilet, San Francisco, to another.
Yep. And I think some of these probably have been spotted in Frisco.
Oh, all right, number one.
Uh-oh.
All right, here we go. When I'm done, or when I'm alone, I like to fill the bathtub with tomato sauce and pretend I'm a meatball.
Don't judge me.
It says when I'm alone, when I'm alone, I like to fill the bathtub with tomato sauce and pretend I'm a meatball. Don't judge me. Don't you judge me.
I don't remember taking a picture of that.
Yeah, I know. I would have.
I fill it up.
If I filled the tub up and put it there, I'd have 2 meatballs.
You mean 2 peas?
Oh. What have you been looking there, meat gazer? Number 2.
I fill the bathtub up with olive oil. Oh, here we go. Satin
rules. Dumbass can't spell. He can't spell Satan. Oh, you know what? And
I do like satin myself.
And that's like the Star of David. If you want the pentagram with the devil, you got to flip it upside down, you dumbass. Oh, and guess what? So it says satin rules, and so somebody wrote underneath it. Here we go. Well, it's a nice fabric and all, but I don't know if it rules. Satin.
I do like satin sheets.
Yes. Like he spelled it wrong, and it's not even a pentagram.
That's today's education for you.
You can't even be a Satanist, you dumbass.
Can you imagine making a T-shirt made?
Hey, I worship the devil. Here, we'd like a T-shirt. That's not what this says.
Oh, I like all soft linens myself.
Me too. You like satin? I like a little rayon. Okay. All right, number 3.
Give me my satin onesie.
Oh, now this is a little bit hard to see, but here we go. So it says haikus are easy, but sometimes they don't make sense. Refrigerator.
Okay.
Haikus are easy, but sometimes they don't make sense. Refrigerator.
That's about right. That about sums it up. You make fun of haiku? That work of art, that poetry.
Haiku. I put some haiku up your butt.
That's very nice.
I don't know what that means. Sorry.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Okay. This says use this stall in case of physics test. Look. They wrote Damn, I was over here taking a crap, and I got a physics test, and I forgot that one formula. Boom, there it is.
Teacher, I need to use the restroom real quick, please. I'll be in stall number 2. You go in there, you're writing it down, you'll be like, that's the code. I'm ready to go now. That's awesome. Oh
So
my.
there are some there that were, when I looked at the thing, they were kind of nasty, and I'm like, you know what? Everybody sees that stuff. Plus, I don't want to show it on the show.
Right.
I like to get stuff that's a little bit more
unique,
cerebral, like the haiku.
Because that's what we're all about. We're
cerebral.
Cerebral.
We're cerebral assassins.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This was kind of hard to see, but it says, dance like no one is watching. Now they put this, and someone says, poop like no one is in here. So they put the dance one in, and somebody else. Can you see it's different writing? Poop like no one is in. Why would you put Dan, it's like no one is watching with the little sprigs of flowers, whatever this stuff is,
Right.
on the bathroom wall. Were you trying to be philosophical?
I know.
Like,
I consider myself a bathroom poet.
boy. You know, Reginald, I heard that there's a new poet out there, but he's kind of, I don't know, he's a little eccentric, and you have to go into the public restroom to view his work.
Oh, well, every time I've gone into the public restroom, I have really not seen any of that public work. I see little holes in the stall.
And I tap shoes with the man next to me.
It stared through the hole in between the...
Oh, I see.
All I see is like a little... There's nothing written on the wall. Is there anything written on the walls? No, other than an arrow pointing... Oh, my. Anyway.
Except for be here at 5:30 for a good time.
You know, I was going to say, I still remember this. Speaking of your bathroom poets, your toilet, your public restroom poet, I remember this because I remember reading this when I was a little kid, and it still stuck with me.
Among other things.
I know. But when you're, okay, so that's my biggest beef. I'll get to that at the end of this. I'll get more into that later, but it was like, here I sit, all brokenhearted, wanted to take a shit, but only farted.
You're like, that's the most truthful thing I've ever heard.
And then I'm like sitting there, I'm like, amen, brother.
Amen, brother. Sister, sorry.
That was one that I've seen that in a couple places. Here I sit all brokenhearted, wanted to take a shit, only farted.
I saw there was a man from Nantucket.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I did see that.
Mm-hmm.
A couple different versions of that.
Number 6.
We won't talk about that, though.
All right, so this one says...
Okay, what's it say?
It says, our butt cheeks have touched the same surface. We are brothers. We are one.
Yes, we are. Amen, brother. Says we're butt brothers.
Butt brothers.
Excuse me?
Yes, ma'am. Now, see, I know that wasn't in a women's stall.
No,
because I know women don't hit the seat; they hover.
No. I tell you what,
they hover.
Yeah, I don't even know why they put a toilet seat in the women's bathroom because nobody sits on the damn thing.
Dudes don't care.
Yeah, you know what, exactly. You know, that's the funny thing. We don't care because it's like, you know what? I'm gonna wipe it down with toilet paper, whatever. I'm sitting for pizza.
See, but I think that's also a what do you want to say? It's a gender thing.
It could be
because men don't have the hips to be able to hold to be able to hover.
No,
because especially if we're going number 2, because we do like to sit down, you know, just kind of take it easy, maybe read a book.
Right. Now you pull out your phone. You're looking at the news, sports scores.
You know, they did say like the phones are some of the nastiest things because people.
Oh, I know. You're going to the bathroom and you're not washing your hands and you're.
So hopefully, let me tell you something. If I catch somebody not washing their hands, I'll call your ass out.
Yes, that's
like putting your nut sack on the doorknob.
Yes,
it's
which
disgusting.
I'm sure probably people have. We just haven't seen them.
I put my nuts on somebody's keyboard before.
Or
okay, I didn't do that.
Yeah, you did, or you would have said it. That's disgusting. Oh my gosh!
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Well, and the thing about the guy standing up, okay, and Reverend Cuz and I have experienced this. It's like, okay, when we're out back in our military days, when we're out in the woods, okay, and you got to make what they call a cat hole, okay, or you got to dig your hole. There ain't no porta potties out there. Now I was in the Air Force, so for the most part we
did have porta potties.
For the most part, we did. You
had probably rolling bathroom trailers.
When we actually did, but when we were when we were training at the Army base, we were training at Fort Dix. Of course, we weren't afforded that opportunity, and we were like, what do you do with these shovels? Well, if you got to go out and take a poo, you got to go out and dig a hole. And of course, you've just seen all of us there. We're like, huh? Where's the bathroom at? It's like, okay, anyway, you got to dig your hole. So then you got like squat. And I'm telling you right now, if you're there for a long period of time, you start losing the feeling in your legs. And there's a good possibility that if you don't, and you got to have some balance, because if you lose that balance, guess what? You're not going to fall forward. You're going to fall backward. And it actually happened to one guy. He fell backwards. At least he had a roll of toilet paper. He came back and he's like, he took a fresh roll of toilet paper. He came back and it was like just the roller left. And it's like, what the hell did you do with it? He's like, I had a little accident.
Here's why you can't put the Air Force out in the field, because they're stupid. Now, how the Army takes care of that is that
yes, tell your I like this.
So we took a folding metal chair, took a pickaxe to it, and then folded all the nice or the nasty little edges in underneath, put a big hole in it. So then you just dig your hole, set the chair over it, do your thing, take your baby wipes, which is in every soldier's backpack, rucksack, and you wipe it off. Then you call the private who holds
Take care of this,
who carries it on his back. Ta-da!
I tell you what, if we only knew, but see, the thing with the Air Force is, it's like, they'd have to charge us for it. Like, you just destroyed government property. The Army didn't care, and that's awesome. That if we didn't have that mentality. That's great. Well, not only that, but all the metal chairs were being used by all the fat NCOs and officers back at the command tent. Oh, you're not taking, hey, Airman, you're not taking my chair anywhere. I needed to sit my fat ass down. Yeah, go back to your foxhole.
So my answer to that is, if you had to do it all the time, you would have come up with something.
Yes.
You're like,
yes.
I'm not doing this shit anymore.
But that's ingenious. And as a matter of fact, I think that's something that should be passed down. They probably don't even do that anymore. They probably.
Hell yeah, they do.
You do? Do you think? They still go out like we used to back in the day?
Hell
in
yeah.
Field training and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, I still got a buddy who's a first sergeant.
Really?
Yeah, they still go out.
Well,
yeah.
They need to pass.
Well, the Army does.
That on.
Whether the Air Force does, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't foresee.
All right.
But anyway. But that is great. I give kudos to the Army for bravo.
So Burgundy was saying, like, they said something about sailors does a boot camp.
She was telling a joke. I like
not
this.
to piss on their hands. Okay, yeah. We don't piss on our hands either. However, you're touching your nuts. I don't want your nuts on my door handle. Or if I have to shake your hand, I don't want your nuts in my hand.
Well, okay,
because you ain't watched.
Well, speaking of which, now that we're on toilet stuff. That is, yes. A lot of people don't realize, and I got in this conversation with my mother, is about the people over in the Middle East, and especially Bedouins that are roaming around in the desert or whatever, wear their long robes or whatever. Exactly.
That's my camel.
It's always been a known fact that
Yes.
you don't shake hands with somebody from the Middle East. And cuz you want to explain why you don't shake hands with somebody that comes walking up to you, an Arab gentleman comes walking up to you, wants to shake your hand. We don't do that.
Unless you do the opposite hand.
Yes, the left hand.
Because they do not believe, and it is part of their religious thing, they do not either believe, use, or even think about toilet paper. Mm-hmm. So then one might say, well, how do they wipe their behinds? Not very well, but
that's one.
They use this.
And a little bit of sand.
Yes, and they wipe it, and they're supposed to supposedly wash the hand off, but you don't have a whole lot of access to water out there, so that's what the sand's supposed to take up. Just like cat litter, it's supposed to put the sand, on the hand, and that's supposed to take away the thing.
And that's
Take away this
exactly
the crap. But
well, and also another misconception that people have. Everybody thinks when we say sand, they think here in the United States are like the sand that you would have at the beach, like if you go to the Outer Banks or what have you. No, this is a unique sand. It is a very finely granular sand, and it's
almost like dust.
Yes, but it is sand. But it's not like the sand at the beach. So when people are like, ooh, it gets that big sand up it. No, it's not that kind of sand. As a matter of fact, this is worse because when they have sandstorms over there, it gets in every orifice of your body. And it's just and all your equipment and everything like that. So
yeah, I had goggles that we changed lenses out. I don't know how many times being over there because sand would just come and just scratch the crap out of it, and you couldn't even see out the damn things. All right.
Anyway, so enough of that. Let's keep moving on to our potty. Our
number 7.
What's this?
May your life be like a roll of toilet paper, long and useful.
Oh, I like that. That's very profound.
That's almost like Confucius.
Confucius say.
May your life be like roll of toilet paper, long and useful.
We can put that in a fortune cookie.
Yes.
Can you imagine that popped open in a fortune cookie?
And put a little piece of toilet paper in it.
Or right on toilet. Oh, look at this.
Oh, that's what it is. That you open it up, has a little thing in it, and you could unfold it, and it's like a little square toilet paper
like we had in the MREs. That's another thing. They used to these people that made these MRE kits, God bless them, because I'm telling you right now, some of the new MREs actually taste pretty good. Back in the old days, they sucked. But anyway, they put these little things in there, these little kits, and they give you this little square of toilet paper. Like little square of toilet paper. 1-ply. Like that was going to do anything.
Again, those of us who have spent many,
you'd find a way,
many, always have a roll of toilet paper in your ruck.
Yes, and we did too.
That's one thing you do not mess with
is the toilet paper.
Is your butthole.
Yes, that's why the one guy went out. The one guy went out with the whole roll when he came back with it all gone in one sitting, and it's like, what happened? I fell in it.
Plus, you got to like wipe that out. I mean, you do not want sand up there because if you're walking around, you start sweating. You got sand up in there.
Oof. Wait a minute. Why are the flies hanging around you?
Plus, okay, I have a question.
Yes.
All right. You know how if you've ever been around a cow, right, and they poop, when the cows poop, it's all runny, right? Do cows' buttholes itch? Has anybody ever wondered that? Because I know if I have runny poop, I got to make sure it's clean because then it's going to itch. It's kind of itchy. So does a cow's butt itch? Does her butthole itch? I'm thinking not.
We'll have to Google this.
I'm thinking not. I don't think they have.
I wonder if anybody knows.
I don't think they have the nerve endings of the butthole like people do. Because otherwise, they would be like a dog on the carpet. They'd be scratching their butt because it'd be itchy.
This show has officially went in the sewer. But
nobody else has ever wondered if a cow's butt's itch.
I always wonder if those flies annoy them. Oh my. Anyway.
Itchy cow butt.
Put that out there. We'll put that on Twitter. We'll put that in the Twitterverse and see if anybody knows.
That's right. Whether or not a cow's butt's itch or not.
Yes.
Things that make you go,
Wonder if they back up against a tree or something like that and do a little, like a bear, like bears do.
Bear shit in the woods.
Yes.
All right.
What we got next?
All right. So it says, guys, put the seat down when you're done. Then somebody wrote, girls, please put the seat back up when you're done. We don't like to touch it either. And we don't. I always take my foot and lift it.
The good old foot. Yep.
I don't touch it.
Or what I'll do, what I have done in the past is I'll get some toilet paper and cover my hand in it and just kind of
like
with
it slides, you're like,
I know, or if it's like I know it's like medic. It's like get out of my way, toxic chemicals.
All right. Number 9. We only got 2 more.
2 more.
Maybe they have the birds eat it.
The birds.
Even the birds wouldn't touch them nasty bastards. All right. Number 9. All right. So there's it's it's somebody's mouth like they had lipstick on. Why would you kiss a wall? That's gross. That is gross. Why would you kiss a bathroom wall? That's like,
oh my gosh.
That's like,
Excuse me?
thank you. That's disgusting. Kissing a bathroom, like.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay.
Okay, they were probably drunk.
And maybe, okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's disgusting enough that you do that in a public place anyway. Wall, bathroom wall, whatever. I would hope this was in a female. I can imagine these lip prints being. But
you think they're a dude?
God only knows.
That's a
it
woman.
could. I would hope so.
Well,
one would hope.
All right.
That's just.
Yeah, why would you kiss the wall?
Obviously there was a little bit of
Yeah, they had to be
drinky drink with
drunk.
that.
Nobody in their right mind would ever kiss a bathroom wall or put their lips on it. Obviously,
Yes.
Whatever. All right, last one.
What do we got here?
We have. You could paint over me, but I'll still be here.
Again,
I'm here forever.
that's a very profound. Confucius say, "You can paint over me, but I will always
still
be
here.
here,
Round eye, fat bastard.
forever and ever." Which is true. I don't know how I was actually in one bathroom in the department store, or that's all they did was they just kept painting over, and then people were scratching the paint off, and you can still see that. You can still see the writing underneath of it. I'm like, well, that did a lot of good, you know. I guess it made them feel better at the time. It gave somebody some
You know
work.
what though? You know what? This is. And I'm not saying this is a good thing, but we've traveled, gone on car trips, and I've gone in rest stops, this and the other. I cannot remember, and I'm being serious about this. I cannot remember when I saw some nasty graffiti.
No.
Like a naked woman. You know, you used to have the woman's legs spread over.
I know. The as a young
and a big old phallic symbol. And
I want to tell you right now, as a young child,
I've never seen it.
As a young child in the 70s, my parents belonged to a bowling league, so they would haul us to the bowling alley, and of course you're like bored out of your mind, and then you have to use the restroom. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I learned a lot about anatomy, female anatomy in the bathroom stall. At being I was like 7 years old, and I'm like looking at this, I'm like, what's that? Of course, we're talking the 70s too, so it's like a little.
Let me tell you something. Back in the 70s, we had some really decent artists too.
Yes,
that took time to make it as close and as real as they could. Right now, we got amateurs that come in there at truck stops. Absolutely,
Yes.
truck stops. I learned a lot about anatomy, but now we got people that just don't care about their art.
Yes, it's too rushed, too haphazard.
It's
Look,
depressing.
if you're going to take the time to do it, just do it right. Do it artistically correct.
There you go,
because
Joel.
you got to think think of all the young ones that are going to be in there reading that.
Yeah.
And, they look up to this.
And if you're going to make boobs, at least make them somewhat the same size. Nothing gets my OCD off when you make boobs that aren't the same size. And for the ladies, at least in the ladies' bathroom, I'm assuming, at least draw some nuts that have.
The one thing I don't understand. Okay, the one thing I don't understand too, as a child, as a youngster, was not only did I learn about the female anatomy on the bathroom stalls, but it seems like a lot of guys like drawing penises as well. And I'm like, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I'm not sure the whole, and this was like pre, open where
Open.
sexuality and stuff like that. It was just like, but
Well,
you
open
still,
sexuality was in the 60s.
but you still see these. You still like see dudes, just like redneck dudes drawing penises on the wall, and it's like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I understand the
Not getting
concept
that.
of why you're doing that, unless we're a little secretive. Wink, wink. So anyway,
Maybe they were
what
bears.
the hell are we talking about?
Maybe they were bears.
Well, I don't have the
If
bear
you're
on
going to
there.
be a bear, be a grizzly. All right. Enough of that.
Excuse me?
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh,
That whole
I
segment should be an excuse me.
forgot to do my shovel. Scraping up the poop in
San Francisco.
San
Frisco.
Do we have a problem?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
People aren't cleaning up the shit. All right. Anyway, so
Anyway.
that's all we have.
Thank God. But that's great, though.
So what are the announcements?
Sunday. Sunday.
Sunday's Super Bowl. Just don't watch the halftime show because it's shit. And then, like you said, after that, we'll be going to Sundays.
The 9th.
I think did we do 7? Maybe should we do 7 since it's since it's next day's school night.
Well, and people got to work. Go to work. We can.
You want to do 7?
We'll do 7 right now
See what happens.
and see what happens.
Yes.
So we'll just do 7 o'clock next Sunday.
Do 7 o'clock next Sunday. Remember, March 1st is our first call-in show, and we will keep that. Let's see what else. Oh, also remember, first narrated book is out on Audible. It's called The Martin House. You can either look it up by The Martin House, or you can look it up my name, and the narrator will pop up, and that's me. I just finished my second one. It should be coming out in the next couple weeks. And I'm working on my third one right now, which will probably be out February sometime. And I've also completed, at least writing. I've completed writing my first book, and I'm now editing it, and then I will have it out on Audible as well as Amazon, and it will be in paperback. So, and I've already started on the sequel to it. First one's
It
not
hasn't
out
even
yet.
gone out yet, and it's already being a sequel.
It's
Which
already-
there's nothing wrong with that. Just
No.
keep it going.
That's
keep
right.
Keep the train going. While it's fresh in your head. My thing is this. Do it while it's fresh in your head, because a lot of times you'll have authors, writers that'll sit there and they'll write something, and then then they're not sure how it's going to go, and then it takes off, and then their publisher's like, we need a sequel. And then they're like, they write the sequel, but they have to keep looking back, referring back to the first book,
Yeah.
because it's been so much time has passed. They don't want to make sure the continuity is. They want to make sure they still have continuity with the first book, and it can be a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So I probably got, I don't know, 5 chapters into the sequel already. So,
And we will be casting for the movie version, probably later this winter. We're going to be doing a casting call. So
yes. So the first book, and I'll just give you a hint in case you're like, oh, what's about? Probably something stupid. Well, it's something stupid, but anyway, it's a military. What do you call it? Post-apocalyptic zombie book. Well, they're actually like zombies. They're actually like
in 24 hours later, or what is it? 2 days?
28 days later.
28 days later.
Yeah, but they actually, at least for the first part, for the first couple of days, they can actually think
Yes.
somewhat before all the stuff goes, and they still have their what do you call it?
Faculties.
Yeah, still have some
Memory.
They're nuts, but they know all the abilities that they had. Not all of them, but some. So anyway, it's a military zombie infected book, something blah blah blah, and
My character in the book is where I've already put feelers out to George Clooney and Leonardo DiCaprio to play my role.
they're both
in the
liberal
film.
bastards.
Well, but they're good actors, and they're well equipped
you
to
know-
play.
so you
They're
know-
well equipped to play Deacon Tex.
So you know who I'm gonna have?
I can only imagine that who.
Bruce Willis.
You see, I knew that.
The
I
man.
should have known that.
He's gonna grow his beard out. You damn Skippy.
Bruce Willis. I had the Comedy Central roast on him the other day. That was pretty funny. I saw that. That was like actually last night.
Although Bruce is he's a little stringy. He's going to have to bulk up if he's going to play me.
Well, yeah, he's getting a little.
Either that, or I'll put in maybe Tom Hardy. Shave his head and put a gray beard on him.
There you go, Venom.
Yeah, Tom Hardy be like,
I'll get Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Anyway, Tom Hardy is a good one.
There we go.
Man crush.
Yes, and I'm telling you, they'll be knocking down the door to play the part. So, can't wait. Anyway,
that's all the announcements that I have.
I think that's it.
Oh, is that it?
So, that being said, thank you all for being with us again for another fun-filled week. We love that you be here with our potty humor. It was great. Hope everybody has a great week. If you watch Super Bowl with the friends and family, enjoy yourself. If not, enjoy yourself anyway.
And don't drink or drive. They say it's one of the biggest drunk driving times. Man, keep your ass at home.
More than almost as much as New Year's Eve, and the police are going to be out like crazy. So just behave yourself.
Or call an Uber so people can make some money.
Yep. Uber, Lyfts, or just hitch ride with a complete stranger. Anyhow. God bless everybody. Have a great week. Give somebody a hug and love each other. And I'll tell you what, if you haven't called a family member or whatever recently and said that you love them, please do, because you just never know when things are going to happen. So just give somebody a hug. And until next Sunday, 7 o'clock.
Oh, we're doing
Is that someone else? Oh. Hurry up and open China Garden. Good night. You. Oh,